is an Ilwrath Avenger class. I think you've got a fight on your hands, Captain. Your best bet is to wait until it's at point-blank range. Oh no. By the defeated breath of the Dark Twin Kazan. A human in an alien starship. How fascinating. When I intercepted that last Urquan drone and learned that an unidentified ship had approached Earth, I never expected to find such a remarkable vehicle in the hands of a human. Why do they have capitalizations on every word? Humans are prey animals, weak and helpless. But here is a human in an armed starship. I don't know how armed it is. And therefore in direct violation of the oath of fealty. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm sure our masters, the Urquan, will punish Earth most severely for this treachery. I present them with the twisted wreckage of your ship and your many charred corpses. Where the hell did you come from? Since you'll soon be dead, I will gladly explain. We have spent many years gleefully playing on the Pekunk. They are pitiful, easily killed species. They continued in the divide worship of Dragor and Kazan. But required 10 additional crew members and repairs to our cloaking device. So we departed our Jickless constellation and some of the stuff I'm just not reading right. But before we reached our region of space, we detected the passage of a nearby vessel. There's so much text here. Informed us about you, so we are here. And now you die. Alright, so what are we doing? So, this is our ship. These are all spaces, I guess. This is the Pyrrhix, I guess, that has 42 people on board. And this has 33 of 50 people. Holy crap. He's nuts. They told me to wait at point-blank range. But point-blank range gets me killed by him. He, like, sprays out fire. Jeez. Alright, so now I've got to do all... Well, I'll just click through all of the stuff here. Yeah, that was nuts, Flick. Alright, we're gonna do everything the same. I'm just going to choose the same course of action that we said before, so... Alright, so... This time, if I choose that... Oh, this is a lot faster. Holy cow. Why didn't you tell me to use the little one first? That thing I shot one time. Holy crap, what a beautiful sight, Captain. I haven't seen an Avenger blown away like that since the Battle of Draco. I guess you've shown that you can handle yourself in battle. So, my last reservation about helping you has been dissolved. I'll commit the station to helping you free Earth and defeat the Urquan. We may get our atoms rearranged in the process, but by God, Captain, we're going to try. So, the obvious first step is to get your precursor equipment and software over here, where we can make it work with your ship repair fabrications. So I have two ships. I have like a little ship and like a big ship then, so... But then what, Captain? Then Commander will proceed to kick some major alien butt. Trust me, Commander, I have a plan, really good plan, but for now we must remain secret. We'll slowly build our strength, unifying... Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll slowly build our strength, unify an allied Starfleet, and bring the Urquan to their knee equivalents. Sensible plan, Captain. Let's get to work. By the way, Captain, I think we need a name for this new alliance we're going to forge. Since this is your idea, it's only fair that you have the honor of naming it. So, what will it be? The New Alliance of Free Stars, the Concordance of Alien Nations, the United Federation of Worlds, the Empire of Kenor. Let's call it... I wish you could type in, like, the name, what you want to call it, but that's okay. The Concordance of Alien Nations? New Alliance of Free Stars. United Federation of... If it was the United Federation of Alien Nations, that would be cool. I wish they gave you those options that you can mix and match, because I kind of like United Federation of Alien Nation. Or the United Federation of Free Stars. We'll say the New Alliance of Free Stars. Yeah. Alright, sounds pretty inspiring. So be it. The New Alliance of Free Stars. Now, Captain, I expect the configuration process to the starbase to take at least 2 weeks, so let's get to work. 2 weeks. It's March 5th now. What was the date before? What did we start on? February 23rd? Good news to report. Oh, there's our ship out there, it looks like. Good news to report. We have successfully integrated the precursor technology from your ship to our fabrication systems. As you can see, we have already begun minor repairs to the Awesome, patching up some micrometeorite holes. We notice that your ship does not have an emergency warp escape unit. Our engineers rigged some up for you and each of your escorts. Now you should be able to escape from a bad situation. The touch of a button. There's a cost, however. The unit gulps 5 fuel units each time the precursor ship uses it. Also, note we have limited the capacity to make modifications to your ship to refine Starship fuel to build additional combat ships, and to train new crew members for the Awesome and any ships you acquire from your fleet. Captain, I know you're eager to get to work, so I'll be brief. If you have any questions, how the starbase works, what resources we need, or just some background information on the galaxy, don't hesitate to ask. Yeah, so we've got 2,500 RU. I don't know what that means. We still have 33 crew, and our fuel hasn't been refueled this whole time. Let's talk to him about these minerals I have to offload. The Awesome's cargo manifest lists 95 kilotons of common elements, so it's kilotons, I guess. Common elements for 95 res units, 31 kilotons of corrosive for 62 res units, so it's money, I guess. 64 kilotons of base metals for 192 res units, 176 kilotons of radioactives for 4. Oh, well, we gave you the radioactives, so what? Not a bad job. Alright, so what did that do to... Oh, that's what the RU is. 4257 RU res units. So I'm guessing that's what we use to upgrade certain things, like to buy stuff. Or something. It's money essentially, but it's I guess called res units then. I'm gonna bump down that music just a little bit more. So additional background information. Would you elaborate on the Starbase's facilities? We can modify your precursor Starship, build additional combat vessels, and supply you with fuel and crew. Alright. What can you do to enhance and modify the Awesome? Engineers and precursor specialists agree with the scientists from your world. Your Starship was designed to be a workhorse vehicle, which can be easily reconfigured in different missions by adding or swapping self-contained equipment packs we call modules. The modules can build right now are thruster units, which make your ship move faster, altitude jets, which allow you to rotate your ship more quickly. Nice. Yeah, I want that. Crew pods, which provide life support facilities up to 50 additional crew members. Storage bays, which increase your ship's cargo capacity for mineral storage. Fuel tanks, which hold an additional 50 units of fuel. Wow. Dynamos, which feed energy into your combat energy batteries, improving your weapons range of fire rate. Last but not least, ion bolt guns, combat weaponry, the exact functions of which depend on the location aboard the ship. When put in the first or front module slot, it fires a single shot forward. When it's put in the second slot, it fires 2 shots spread to the left and right of center. Okay, I see. When put in the third slot, it fires 2 shots circularly right and left. Put in the last shot. Okay, so front, sides, and then straight backwards. Okay, so that's what the diagram of the ship over there is showing us, kind of a little bit of everything. There's the forward guns, the two sides, the two back rear, and then the very back. Okay. How will I get fuel for the Awesome? Space was designed to service hierarchy ships. Fortunately, your flagship uses the same stabilization and antimatter technology of the hierarchy vessels, and we will be able to synthesize what you need. However, due to the size of your ship, we will have to produce vast quantities of fuel, which will need substantial drain of our resources. Well, I can get you more resources. That's the whole point of this. Can you please explain your resource allocation system? I was going to commit an entire output of the station, building a flagship. We already read this. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. So you must decide how we spend our efforts and materials. So it's like a sim game, too? You tell them what to do? Page in this matter, we inputted a resource allocation scheme. Provide you with a numerical assessment of the station's resources, and ascribe the cost to each task we perform for each device. Wow. There's a lot to this, it sounds like. It's up to you to decide how you're going to spend your resources units, or the RU, as you call them. To acquire more RU, you must bring resources back to the starbase, so it's back and forth. Resources can be either in the form of minerals gathered, or plants from the planetary surface, or already refined metals, other materials in the wreckage of enemy starships. Okay, cool. Wow. Alright, let's keep going here. How can I assemble a fleet of fighting ships? Shipyard facilities are sophisticated and fully automated, permitted a handful of starbase personnel to do the same job. It's 500 vac-suited construction workers. However, the only design we had in our computers were incomplete hierarchy ship design. Things are grim until one of the officers came forward with an amazing story. Even though the Irquan destroyed every Earthling cruiser of the fleet nearly 20 years ago, one of my maintenance engineers was a Starship production assistant at the Detroit shipyards. Detroit had shipyards, wow. So they did cards and shipyards. When Earth was conquered, she was ordered to destroy all ship construction database, but she secretly made copies of the blueprint discs and had kept them with her ever since. Discs contain data with build many Earthling cruisers as you want, provided you, Captain, can supply a large amount of minerals resources required. So that's why there's so many ships and planets we can go to, because there's going to be a lot of resources that we need to go out and get. So, in theory, Captain, we could build alien starships here if we had design for them. However, it's a well-known fact that alien vessels just can't be flown in combat without native starship capturing. Native starships captain at the helm. Alright, so we need to make alliances with all the other aliens out there to come and pilot starships. How will we acquire additional personnel for my ship? We have almost 2,000 highly motivated, skilled professionals aboard the Starship. Every single one of them wants a berth aboard the Awesome. However, each hand we lose your ship means less manpower in the starbase. Yeah, and reflected in the crew RU cost. As long as you don't lose too many crew members to combat or planet exploration, the RU cost will remain static. But if we have only so many warm bodies on our starbase, and if your need for crew grow beyond a certain point, the cost could increase dramatically. Okay, so it's economy, essentially. What kind of resources are most useful to our mission? The most straightforward way to accumulate RUs is to bring most material ores back to Starbase. Well, okay. There are probably enough resources in just the nearby dozen stars to build your starship into a powerful battleship, or to create a strong task force of vessels. I would also recommend that you build several additional storage bays. When gathering minerals, focusing on clearing out the one star system at a time. This way, you minimize the cost to travel through star space. Okay, so Flick, if you are still there, once I go to a planet and clear out all of its minerals, does it over time get more minerals, or are they just gone forever? Am I gonna have to keep track of who I've plundered all of their goodies. Because I would hate to be walking around, or, you know, flying around nonsensically for a while. So I'll let you answer that if you're still there. I'm guessing you are. You wanted to see this, so. What use are our planet landers' life form analysis feature? They're gone forever, and you need to go to another system to get more. Alright, so I'm going to... Well, let me read this first. While I respect the search for abstract knowledge, frankly, Captain, in our present circumstances, I see little use for such data here. Perhaps you can make use of biological information elsewhere. Well, wait, what was that answer to? Life form analysis. Oh, well, that's all. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep track, so be really, really cautious on what you spend on. Now I save up on fuel just in case. Yeah, so I'm going to keep a little cheat sheet here, because I don't want to have to backtrack and forget who I've plundered. You've answered my questions on this topic. I hit enter. Okay, here we go. I want to